I'd like to talk to you about anger, defensiveness, and hate. I had a client come in who's had a very hard childhood with an abusive parent, and they felt a lot of anger and defensiveness and hate that comes out of them in reactions to their loved ones, and they can see that it doesn't make sense, and they try to argue with themselves, and why are you behaving this way, and the loved ones are confused, and it becomes just a big mess. But here's a little tip in how to work with those parts rather than arguing with them and trying to convince them they should be otherwise and where there's no reason to be angry or none of that's happening now or you're safe now or all of that. Sometimes it's best just to listen to those parts. And I say parts, this isn't IFS, internal family systems, or anything like that. It's just that I want to make it clear that it's not all of you that's feeling that anger and that hate and that frustration. It's just a part of you. It's just a small something in there. And there is a bigger part of you that's rational and that's got this and that's solid and on top of it and can protect that part. But we want to listen to this part that keeps jumping up and reacting in these defensive ways that can be hurtful to your loved ones because that part's wanting something for you. So just take a moment when you're in a safe place where you're not going to be disturbed and you can kind of drop in and take a moment to breathe and drop in and just feel that anger or that defensiveness that you felt at that moment when that came up, and let yourself feel that again and just notice where you're feeling that in the body. Maybe it's in your shoulders, maybe it's in your low back, maybe someplace else. And then just saying hello to it. Not trying to make it be anything different, not trying to change it, just listening to it. Just going to give it some space to share what's going on with it. And then once you feel that in the body, settle in with it and let it know you're here with it. And maybe it would be willing to share with you how it's feeling. Maybe emotionally there's something going on there. And it might say, yeah, I'm feeling hate, I'm feeling angry, or I'm defensive, or all these things that it's feeling. And we can acknowledge that it's feeling that way. And taking a moment to acknowledge to it that we hear that it's feeling angry and hate. And just take it back to that part and see, how does it feel to be acknowledged? Is that really what it's feeling, or is there something more there? And maybe you'll uncover that maybe it's feeling afraid because it's really afraid of something. And then you can get curious about that. What's making it feel so afraid? What's it afraid you might feel or experience if it's not doing this defensiveness? And then once you get clear on what's making it feel so afraid, then you can settle in with, well, what's it wanting for you or not wanting for you? Because it's clearly wanting or not wanting something for you. It wouldn't be doing what it's doing if it weren't. It's doing what it's doing for a very good reason from its perspective, this defensiveness, this hate, this anger, because it's wanting something. And usually it's wanting or not wanting something that has to do with something you really love. Like it's not wanting you to lose that love, or it's wanting you to have it or protect it or something along those lines. Just settle in with it. And then once you get clear on what it's wanting or not wanting for you, if it's not wanting something, then there is something on the flip side of that it is wanting. And then that's much easier to address than trying to argue with hate, defensiveness. Settling into what is it really wanting for you. Because every part of you is here doing what it's doing for a good reason from its perspective, and it's all wanting the success of the whole. Namaste, my friends. I hope this helps. I give tips every day. Feel free to like this video. Feel free to follow me for more. And stay tuned for more. Namaste. Blessings.